break it all down. The Vault Studio, the best show in town. Show in town, let's show in town, let's show in town. Lights on, lights set, game time, let's go. Jay George, Scotty running the show. Rock on the mix, keeping it tight. NFL talk every day, every night.
And welcome to the Vault Studio live preview show. I am your host, JA, joined by a couple of special operators on the casting couch over there.
Special is right.
Scotty and
Cheers,
Georgie boy.
Cheers, Tommy. Thanks
Yeah,
for
no
that.
worries. Thanks for the input. Hey, it's been a week. Give me a break.
No, I'm just so glad you're here because
Amen to
this
that.
mouse not being in my hand it's like I can feel, it's like I can breathe again. I was about to say something real bad then and had to stop myself.
That's a real character arc for you, man.
It is a good character arc for me. It's also maybe just the fact that we're live.
Hey, Scott's here too.
Yeah, and Scott, I said Scotty.
Yeah.
Scotty, Tommy on the ones and twos, the full team's in here. Shout out to the Sporting Globe, Chirnside Park, our sponsor. Make sure you download the app, change the sponsor to the Vault Studio NFL podcast. Get in there, buy a meal, buy a few beers. Use
Go
the
spend
app.
your money there.
Yeah, because you actually get
Go and watch the cricket. Go Aussies.
go watch the cricket.
Don't watch the cricket.
Yes.
Watch
Hey,
Travis
love the
Head
cricket.
is
Go
now
Aussies.
the new Prime Minister of Australia. I don't
man.
care what anyone says.
He's got my vote.
He's leading the Liberal, the Labor, the Greens, the One Nation. He's leading all of them. He's just the man.
Which one does Abby Chatfield like?
I don't know.
Okay,
Greens.
I was going to say not them.
None of them, no. But no, he's just taking over them and getting rid of them all.
Perfect.
No, so shout out David Eloise out at the Sporting Globe Chirnside Park. Make sure you go in there and support us and support them. Also, the app does work at any Sporting Globe, so you don't have to be only at Chirnside Park. If you're using the app and signed up to it under our name, it'll work anywhere. So
Bang.
make sure you get after. I see Lockie Kemp's already in the chat, so let's get into
Shout out
the
Lockie.
Yeah, he wants
the-
to fire McDermott.
Thursday night football game,
Here we go.
which was
He's been chomping at the bit waiting for this. I love it. Let's go.
Buffalo Bills going down to Houston 19-23. Do you know it's 7 times in a row they've lost in Houston?
Yeah, I saw
Is that
that.
what-
Bills?
Wow.
Yeah, which is crazy.
And
It's-
look what I said. Elite defenses will keep you in every game.
I'm going to start us off with one thing I need to say about this. And I went on Dan Campbell on the podcast last week, and I'm going to go in on McDermott again here. You cannot leave points off the board against an elite defense. And during that last quarter, how many times did I say if they kick those 2 field goals, it is now only a 1-point game, and they've just got to get in field goal range to win? 15 times,
And they were in field goal range.
and they had it. They should have kicked it. They went for it on 4th and 9 or something like that, and didn't get it. And then the next drive, they kick a field goal to make it a 4-point game, which is even more pointless.
Mm.
Like at that point, you've got to go for it. Like, why
Yeah.
make it a 4-point game?
Yep.
It's still a touchdown, so it doesn't matter. Or you just take the 2 field goals. It's a 1-point game. Their offense was doing absolutely nothing. It is one of the most inept offenses I've seen. They cannot do anything against them. He should have just kept taking the points, kicked three field goals in that 4th quarter, and won the game. And we'd be having a completely different conversation. He sold his team out. The Texans defense is the number 1 defense in football in almost every category.
Yep.
And everyone, it was Josh Allen's fault. Yeah, Josh Allen didn't play a great game. He was under pressure nonstop. He was sacked, I think 8 times in the end he was sacked.
Mm.
He was pressured on every throw because they're a really good defense that had their number on the day. So you've got to take your points and take your chances. I just cannot believe NFL coaches can get it so wrong.
Tom, can you just look up how many times he was pressured, please?
Sure.
And
Lockie wants Jay
I-
to coach the Buffalo Bills too.
No, you don't. No one wants me to coach.
I don't mind keeping the ball in his hands because he's the best player in the league. I don't mind it because if he scores a touchdown, you know you win.
But this
You
is
just got to give yourself the opportunity to score a touchdown.
This is the dumb attitude that costs you games, though. That's the
So they
stupid.
win more games than they lose with that attitude.
Sure, if you're playing,
Not against elite defense.
Yeah, if you're playing-
Team
Well,
Kansas.
hang on.
chances of
The
the
Chiefs-
Texans
the
giving
Chiefs-
up a touchdown in that game.
The Chiefs had an elite defense last year and they won on a 4th and 2 with Josh Allen.
Yeah, 4th and 2.
Yeah.
when they were up by 2 points.
Yeah, but
Or
it's still
up
won
by
it.
3 points. I don't. If you're up and you want to end the game, that's a completely different conversation.
It is
That's
it
having
is.
balls and wanting
That's
to
right.
wanting to win a game on your own accord.
Because if you don't get it, you're still ahead.
They were down. They could not score a touchdown
No,
to
I
save
still don't mind
themselves, and then they shoot themselves in the foot by not take. And then you don't take. You go for it on the first 4th down. Why go for it on the second one? This is the problem with McDermott. He doesn't know if he's coming or going, the bastard. He's
No,
got
he
no
kicked the
clue.
field goal in the second one.
That's what I mean. So why
Yeah.
do it?
Yeah, you should have.
If
You just go for both.
If
of
you
them.
need a touchdown and you're saying that your theory is I've got Josh Allen and I'm going to get a touchdown at some point, then you just keep going for it until you get it,
Yes,
and then
that's
you
right.
and you live and die by it.
yeah.
He's-
That's
The
100%
second
true.
field goal was a fucking waste.
The problem
was.
was that it's got to be in the context of the game.
Thank you.
Like player on player is one thing. Like fine, you saying that Allen is the best player in the league, and a lot of people would agree with you. But
Yeah.
in the context of that game, he was not the best player in the league. He wasn't even the best player on the field.
No.
So you got to look at it and go, hang on a minute. Elite defense, they're getting pressure on us. Like he was on his ass pretty much every second time he dropped back. He was on his ass.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Whether
just
it
to
was
say,
getting or pressured.
28 pressures on the Bills with 8 sacks.
And how many times did he drop back?
How many times did he throw it? Tom, do you have that there? It should say there. There's stats. Josh Allen threw it 34 times. It was
And he
pressured 28 times.
So that should tell you, hey,
And he had a 70% completion rate too.
and our O-line was playing terribly. We James Cook was dinged up. We know we're struggling to move the ball. We're in position to get points against an elite defense. Just take it.
Yeah.
Take the points.
It doesn't make any sense.
Live to fight another day.
I agree. Like the holistic view of what you're saying, Scotty. I get what you're saying. Like I don't disagree with it.
Scotty's got that right or wrong. He's got that gunslinger mentality.
Yeah.
And he wants to live and die by
The
the
feel of
sword.
the game, though. Like Dan
But-
Campbell was the same
On
last
offense
week.
and defense, just quietly.
Yeah, and that's fine. And and having that as an overarching mentality is going to hold you well in the long term, especially if you've got a talented roster. But there's got to be room to maneuver. There's got to be room to shape it and change it within the game.
No.
Dan Campbell last week had no business going for those fourth downs,
Stupid.
and neither did McDermott on Thursday.
The
night.
difference between Dan Campbell and this one is Dan Campbell was out in a hurricane in Philly outdoors.
Yeah.
And I know this was at Houston, but in a controlled environment in a dome.
That's fine.
And I think
So it makes field
the
goals
other difference is that if hey,
that makes field goals easier.
no, but also makes running your offense easier, as in like you
Yeah, but they
guys.
they weren't running it
but-
all night. He was getting pressured
but
every time. he
It
got
only
out.
takes one player on defense to slip up on their coverage or their whatever they're zoning in on receiver, blah blah blah, and Josh Allen's going to make you pay by either running or passing. But Goff isn't going to do that.
No,
That's why I still
that's
put the
fair.
ball in Josh Allen's hands, because if one guy turns his back to Josh Allen's gone for 30 yards.
Yeah, I understand that, but it wasn't
Your point's
happening in
valid,
that
But
game.
it wasn't happening in that game. That's
They
my
couldn't
point.
do anything.
But it only needs to happen once, and he wins.
Well, the bottom line is it didn't happen.
Didn't, and they
No, it
lost
didn't.
Yeah.
But
So now the
I still-
criticism's there. It has to be. He's
that's fair
stuffing
as well.
them up.
That's fair.
He's stuffing them up all year. I think he's in serious trouble to keep his job. I think they're going to have a fresh restart with coaching next year because Brady, and then Lockie just commented the vanilla offense that Brady runs. It's hard. They don't have a ton of talent at the
that's what
receiver
I was gonna say.
position.
This is the bigger problem is that they've just got no talent at receiver. And like picking Coleman, I mean, I don't necessarily.
He was a
been a
healthy
healthy-
scratching again.
I don't
the second
necessarily
week.
hate the
Yeah.
pick him. Like he's a big physical receiver. I like the pick. It's fine.
Yeah.
But you know why? Looks like he's a bit of an idiot doing dumb shit.
Yeah.
And B, now he's a healthy scratch for 2 weeks in a row.
Well, he's just very raw, and I think now they're in a situation where they have to win. And I think
Well, apparently they punished him last week because he didn't turn up to a meeting or something
Yeah.
like
to
that.
turn up late or something.
And then from all reports, he didn't learn his lesson this week. That's why they did it again. They were like, we don't feel like you actually give a shit.
Okay.
And you saw him on the sidelines in both these games, and he was carrying on like an idiot. Still.
Yeah.
So he's not learning, and he has to learn that if you're a fringe player, which is what he's quickly becoming, teams aren't going to put up with it. They don't care. Even if you're a top 3 receiver in the league, yeah, they'll probably put up with it for a bit, but he's not good enough to be behaving the way he is. And he's also not good enough as a player to be turning up late, not doing all the right things to make himself better. Simple as that.
No,
It's
that's
a
very
real
fair.
red flag on him.
Yeah.
And it's just disappointing. Like, don't get me wrong, Buffalo, I still think Buffalo are going to make the playoffs. I have no issue. They're not going to win the division now because they needed to win the next few games and then beat the Patriots. And
well, it's out of their control now because
Yeah.
New England can slip up and then they're right back in the only being one game behind.
Well,
Provided they beat
they got the tiebreaker against them.
yeah, they play each other again, so that can easily be wiped. The
Yeah,
Bills
yeah.
just have to beat them next time, which
Fine.
I think they will.
I think they will as well.
I think they will beat them.
2.5 games.
Yeah, they're gone. The Patriots. They need to hope the Patriots drop 2 games.
Yeah.
and probably over the next couple of weeks. Like they need them to lose to the Bengals tomorrow to start with, and then it gives
Can
them
I-
a chance.
Before we move on from this game, I'll ask you guys a question.
Mm.
Can this Bills team this year win the Super Bowl?
No.
They can make the playoffs. though.
Yes.
Think they can?
Yep.
Hmm.
Josh Allen on his day can beat anyone.
Yeah, but I think Josh Allen on his day now is becoming still a really, really difficult task.
He had 6 touchdowns last week.
In the last couple of years, though, it's been Josh Allen on his day. He just wins the game for you,
Yeah.
right?
But
Now,
playoffs are
even
only
like-
just one game.
yeah, I'm not saying I don't think they can. Especially
Yeah.
it's that hard to win it from a wild card, and I don't think they can get the division. Now, trust me, I want them to.
Yeah.
I love Buffalo. I love Josh Allen. I'm like as pissed off as a Buffalo supporter. Like Lockie was surprised how pissed off I was about it. It just annoys me that I said there are 12-year-olds playing Madden that understand football more than some of these coaches. Like understand like time of game and
Yeah,
possessions and all
definitely.
that sort of stuff. They just get it. They get it more right. And I feel like McDermott's feeling the pressure now, and that's why he went for it, then kicked it, and like that's just
Should have gone for it both times.
100%. If you're going to roll the dice, go for it both times.
Yeah.
And then you're still copying criticism, but at least you're not copying criticism for not
Consistent.
knowing what you're doing either
Yeah.
way. Because when he went to kick that down by 7, when there was only going to be one more possession left, everyone should have been like, mate, we're only going to get one more possession. What's the point of a
Go
field
for it.
goal?
Yeah.
We need a touchdown now. Like the chances to kick field goals went on the last series. You avoided that. You made that decision as the head coach. It's now over. There's no point making it a 4-point game because and then like the defense is going to play tighter, then to play looser because they know that if they can take it short all the time.
Yeah.
Have fun with it.
Yeah.
But I will say one thing: the 4th and 26 hooker ladder was so sick.
And to be fair, they got them right back down to the 30-yard line
Yeah.
again and to strike
Yes.
off that little Shakir
So all they needed, right, was to kick a field goal. They win.
out of the two out of the 3 drives. And kick your extra points as well.
Oh, they missed an extra point, which does hurt them. But then they also knew that entire line. That was in the first quarter.
In the first quarter. Yeah, it was. But like you kick that extra point, it changes the math on all the other situations.
Yeah.
And we've got to give Houston a little bit of flowers.
Their defense is unreal.
Their
Oh,
defense is incredible. Davis Mills had a good, not great game.
He's fine.
He's
He's
fine.
a very. Do you know he was the number 1 rated high school player when he went to college?
I did not know that. No.
He was number 1 rated player.
And as we've said on the show, like an elite defense is always going to keep you in the game. Shout out to Will Anderson. He's turned out to be a fantastic pick.
I got a question for you guys. I saw Skip Bayless from all people
Oh, here we go.
tweeted saying Will Anderson's better than Micah Parsons, and I won't hear anything different. And I thought to myself for
I
a second,
think
I'm
he's
like,
right.
yeah.
I think he's right. Yeah.
I think all round player, he is probably the better all
I
round player.
put money on him, and I think I had him as I had Verts as our.
Yeah,
But I put money on him to win it in the preseason.
he's a
Yep.
very, very good player.
And shout out to Daniil Hunter. He's got the best biceps I've ever seen in my life.
Mate, that dude just doesn't stop. Like he's 35 years old. Just
He's been a little bit quieter this year, but this is just sort of like a coming out party for him this week.
I think he had 4 sacks a couple of weeks ago when they lost. I think, and then he played very well in this game too. But the whole defense played outstanding.
and as a result, they've kept their season alive.
They're back. So what are they now? They're 6 and 5.
Yeah.
Also,
So-
just quickly with the Bills, they don't have Kincaid either, and I think that's showing a lot that Allen
I don't
hasn't
wanna
got
hear
that. No, he hasn't got that quick out that he's had since at the start of the season. I'm not saying that he's going to make or break their team, but
So it looks like it is though.
they don't have that check down player that they can go to.
I think the fact that they're so devout of talent at the receiving position that Kincaid's so important to them.
I'm not
is-
saying he's
but-
not important, but
No,
you've
no,
got
it's
Cook
almost
and
like
Allen.
it's almost like a flaw in the way you've built your team. Is that
Yeah.
if he's so important to you, then you've probably built your team a bit incorrectly.
No, you have. You're 100% you have.
Billy Wilson said there is some depth, and I'd take Anderson over Parsons.
I think so too.
Congratulations on number 15 too, Billy.
Like I'm number 15.
Yeah, Billy
Oh.
Wilson. It's a deep cut there.
Niche pull that one. Even
I-
George doesn't get it.
I have no idea.
He's having his 15th kid. All right, let's get to
Who?
some.
Never
Don't worry,
mind. Don't
I'll
worry.
explain it
Moving on.
Tommy, very good from you.
Thanks.
All right, let's get to our first preview. We have got the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Chicago Bears. Who would have thunk this would be a big game at week 12?
This is a good game.
Yeah, they're almost a
Rogers is pushing the issue to play.
I've heard he wants to play, and it's his non-throwing arm, but
Yep.
they're worried that one hit and then it breaks, then you can't play at all.
Yeah.
So they're
He's
kind of
he's
saying,
pushing it though,
Yeah.
and the medical staff's like, "Oh, I think he knows that they lose, the season's over."
I think so too. If I'm Pittsburgh, I'm playing him. If he wants to play and he's fine to play, fine to have a bit of the discomfort or the pain in his non-throwing arm, let him play.
Get
He's
him on
smart
that
enough.
ayahuasca shit. He'll be
Yeah,
right.
he's smart
He's
enough to
been-
get rid of the ball and stuff and not take
He's been
hits.
around a long time. He's a wily old fox. If he says he's good to go, he's good to go.
I'd be shocked if he doesn't play in this
Same.
game. Shocked. And that makes this game exciting because Chicago are a game up in the, or half a game over Green Bay and a game over Detroit. They've all got to play each other over the next few weeks. So this is, if Chicago win this game, they are a very, very good chance to make the playoffs.
Sure.
I still don't think they'll win the division, but it almost puts them in for a playoff spot at 8-3.
Sure.
They just got to win a couple of games, you'd think, and they're in. So although there's some good wild cards in the NFC, but it's a massive game. I just want to, as I said, we've said all year with the Bears, it's already such a big tick this season for them because of the way I think Ben Johnson, even though Williams has had his ups and downs, he plays really well and then has some poor games as well, which is what a young quarterback does.
Well, young quarterback, new system.
But his highs and his lows are getting a lot closer together now. The drop-offs not as much. And I think the fact that he's buying into Ben Johnson is one of the biggest things. There's no arguments. First few weeks, they're having a bit of back and forth. There was a bit of discomfort in the room. They felt like he didn't really want to be coached.
That was overrated. That was overstated a
Potentially,
little bit.
but it's completely gone now. There's
Yeah.
no talk of it at all. It's like
Yeah,
they're
because
all
it's
in
not
with
a
each other.
talking point for the media. Those heated, emotional conversations between the linebacker and the defensive coordinator, the quarterback and the offensive coordinator, the quarterback and the coach, the leaders of the team.
They're
would
never
have-
super loving conversations in
No.
a game in particular.
No, of course. And of course that the camera is going to find those moments in a game because that's what the narrative is. But that's just a load of shit. I'm not buying into that.
No, I'm just saying that this Bears season already is a big success. That it is they're launching themselves into being a good team next year. Or over the next few years. I actually think next year they might be a bit more of a Washington scenario where they're depending on what they do
They've
as
got
a team
way more talents.
and young talent too.
Yeah,
better coaching.
going into next year than what Washington did coming into this year.
And I think they'll use DJ Moore because DJ Moore's still a good player, but he's clearly not working there and they're not really happy with each other. So I think they'll use that to leverage a pick somewhere, maybe a second round pick or a third round pick. Which I think
Get him to Buffalo.
a team would happily give a second round pick for Moore.
Yeah.
So I think they'll use that to put a few more to put some more players in there.
Yeah.
In their bank. I think they're really building well.
Well, Luther Burden's going to take that spot.
Yeah, I think he's really good.
Just get the ball to him and let him just make something happen, which is what DJ Moore's sort of been doing for the Bears the last couple of years. But
Yep.
And they've got obviously Adunze is the stud.
I think Adunze is just quietly becoming just a rock solid number one.
Yeah.
He's not in not getting to that elite category yet, but you can see it happening.
Yeah, and Colson Loveland's showing something. He's someone that is getting the ball in all sorts of different situations. It's not just vertical seams or skinny posts or anything like that. They're actually getting some in and under routes and trying to get some big yak plays out of him. So, yeah, the offense is looking good. Defense has been pretty solid. I think Johnson's coming back as well.
Oh, is he coming back now? I thought he was out for the year.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Jalen
he's
Johnson.
off. Jalen Johnson. Yeah, Jalen Johnson.
Yeah, Jalen Johnson. Yeah,
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's off IR now.
that's huge. So he's in his 21-day window or whatever.
Yeah,
to work
I'm
back.
pretty sure I saw that.
That's
so.
huge. He's a stud player.
Oh, he's an absolute
Yeah,
stud.
He practiced fully and is questionable to return.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah,
So he's in his window
he's
now.
solidified.
That's massive because I didn't think they'd get him back this year.
Yeah, so he solidifies the backfield for them. He's
Well, he's probably he's a top 10 corner in the NFL. Quite comfortably, I'd say. Top 10.
yeah, I would agree with that.
Last couple of years, certainly. So who's winning the game? Who you guys taking?
Bears
Yeah, I'm taking Bears at home.
by
I
2
think.
scores.
Yeah, I think the Bears are going to be a bit too powerful for them.
I think that
I got a sneaky feeling about the Steelers.
Yeah, okay.
I
think
think
the
this
Steelers can do
Bears D line is going to absolutely
do it.
murder Rodgers.
Yeah, there's the chance of that too. Yeah, I think Bears.
I
are
think
gonna win.
Steelers defense is going to show up to play, and I think they're going to be able to get pressure on Caleb Williams. And yeah, I think it won't be a pretty win. It won't be an overly exciting win. It could be like a 21-17 or something like that.
Yeah.
It won't be pretty, but I think they'll go in there and get the points and get it done.
I think we've seen this Pittsburgh defense be very slow against speedy teams.
Yeah.
And Ben Johnson is exceptionally elite at getting the playmakers the ball in space, and they're going to just tear this defense apart, I think.
I tend to agree. I think they're going to win. I think it's going to be pretty comfortable, like a 10-point, 27-17, something like that.
Yeah.
Like a one of those games where you're watching it thinking Pittsburgh are not going to win this game.
Yeah,
pretty early.
it's a comfortable 2-score win.
yeah,
yeah.
That's what I think. So
Okay.
I tend to agree.
All
And
right.
also, Chicago have been absolutely fantastic at power running the ball as well.
oh yeah, Swift's having a really good season.
Swift has been.
Go figure. You put a few good players on your O line, and all of a sudden you can run the ball and do a
Yeah,
few things.
crazy,
Like
isn't it?
it changes the world. All right, the next game we have got the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Cardinals. Cardinals have got to be the best 3-7 team in the NFL. I know they got kind of touched up last week by 49ers, but they play hard most weeks. They don't give up a lot. They certainly don't bend over. They absolutely play.
They're stingy on defense, but they
Yeah.
just get overrun. It's like the dam breaks eventually.
Yeah,
but
it's like they slowly, death by 1,000 cuts, and then boom.
Yeah,
they lose.
yeah.
Is
that's
Marvin
right.
Harrison Jr. back?
No, I don't believe so.
Oh,
No,
look.
No, appendix. I think he went on IR. Did he?
Have to be a few weeks, surely. That's
Yeah.
not an injury. I've never had my appendix out, but I can't imagine it's something you just recovered and go back to full
it's
physical
like, it's
contact.
like full open surgery, bro.
Just
Yeah,
as bad as childbirth, I reckon.
I have had my appendix out, and no, I don't reckon you could come straight back. But
Fair enough. So yeah, no, I think,
Marvin Harrison is didn't practice. So,
am I crazy in just saying that this is a game the Jags somehow lose? Though?
Yeah, I'm feeling that too. I'm
Like,
feeling it.
The Jags should win. They have no right to lose this. They're playing for everything. The season's on the line for them. Not on the line. They could lose this game and still be in the running. I'm not saying they're not, but
No,
it's a very important game against a 3-7 team that they should just, after what they did to Chargers last week, they should just trounce this team and roll over them.
Is
But
Benson in? The running back?
Trey Benson
Yep.
for the Cardinals, I'm not sure.
Because I know he got activated off IR. If he's playing, I'd go Cards. If he's not playing, I reckon Jags will.
Do you think Trey Benson's that big a
he
swing?
had limited practice, so
probably not.
he's out though. He's not questionable.
He's
Yeah.
out. Okay.
Yeah.
I just don't think
He's a
Arizona
pretty
have
talent-
much on
Yeah,
offense.
he's a pretty talented back
Hmm.
in his second year, but they've got no one else to run the
And
ball. now. I think they
Demicado's
got,
still out as well.
Yeah, I think they got that Michael Wilson. So that's
Yeah,
it.
and is it Knox or something like that? Is it the
Uh,
running back? Might be thinking of somewhere else.
Bam Knight.
Bam Knight is
No,
that?
he's out as well, I think.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah, they're in real strife.
Yeah.
So I'm taking the Jags, but I'm not going to be sitting there with shocked if they lose.
Jags won't want to drop this. They want to solidify that wild card spot. They'll win. I think
I think Jags
they're
too.
well coached. I think I like Cohen. I think he's a good coach.
Is Brian Thomas playing?
I think so.
Jags.
Yeah, Jags. I'm taking Jags. All right. Next game we have the.
Hang on.
I'd like to see Lawrence be. I know I cut you off every time you try
Yeah,
to,
that's right.
but I'd like to see Lawrence actually be consistent for 4 quarters and put a team away.
Mm.
Because even last week he didn't play that well against
No,
the
he
Chargers.
didn't. No.
Like it was a lot of other reasons they won that game. Not
Yeah.
like he wasn't bad, but he wasn't good. But I think what the Jags they're going to get a couple of turnovers. We know when they get turnovers, they tend to win games. So I think. So I'm not going to be shocked, but I'm taking Jags. I'm taking
Yep.
Jags. All right, the next game we have one of the biggest games of the week, I think, because you have an absolute corner dog game from the Kansas City Chiefs at home against the Colts, coming off a bye. Who we've said they've won a lot of games this year, but they haven't beaten a lot of really, really good teams. So it's a bit of a litmus test for them to see how they go here.
Well,
And-
the Chiefs aren't a good team because they haven't beaten anyone good either.
Okay, they're still a good team. They're not a
Well,
bad.
But they are
Well,
still
they're
a
not.
good team.
They're not because they're not playing like a good team.
All right. Well,
Well,
they-
They're not.
they
Well, they're
lost-
not.
they
Who
lost
who they
by-
beat?
we do this every time. The Chiefs are a good
No,
team.
they're not.
They're a
not.
tier 2 team.
They're a 5-5 team. They're not a good team.
Okay.
They've lost every game by one score.
They beat the
Almost.
Lions.
They beat the Lions.
Yeah, we went through this last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, whatever you think of the Chiefs, this is the corner dog. It's a corner dog. If they lose this game, I think they're over. I don't think they're making the playoffs. if they
I
lose
tend
this
to
game.
agree. Yeah.
So they have to win. This is, I think we said it last week, the Denver Broncos game was the biggest regular season game they've played in 4 or 5 years. Because they lost that, this is now the biggest regular season game they've played for a long time. And they need to win this football game. There is no bars about it. They cannot afford to lose it. And the reason I think they're going to be able to win it is because I
Defense.
think they're going to be able to stop the run. To an extent, like I said, I think JTT will still get some of his yards. He'll still get his flowers. He'll still score. But I think they'll be able to take it away from being the feature of the Colts offense, put it in Danny Dimes' hands, and then we just got to see what he can do. Because the last game he played, he was not very good, if I'm correct.
Is he
Last
the
2
Colts?
games.
Is he playing? I heard a thing like he might not be playing.
What? Daniel
That
Jones.
he was questionable.
Daniel Jones.
Jeez, that's I hadn't
Coming out
heard
of a
that.
bye.
I heard it.
Coming out of a bye, I don't know about that. Maybe he just had a
shocked.
limited practice.
Yeah,
The-
maybe
the
he's.
report, the report I read was questionable.
No, he's not on the injury report.
No, okay, good, great. I'm wrong.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
because they're going to need him for this
Go
game.
Indiana Jones. Woo!
But this is just an exciting game. This is just a really good because
Should be.
I want if the Chiefs lose this game, I said I'm with you, George. They're not a good team anymore. And even if it's a 3-point loss or an honourable loss, whatever you want to call it, an England cricket team loss, it's still going to kill their season. At 5 and 6, you would almost need to win every single game to make the playoffs, and they're not going to do that.
I'm just interested to see how. Actually, I lied, George. He was on the IR list, but he trained fully. So
Okay.
IR?
No, the injury.
injury report.
Oh,
He had a calf, but that's never.
Yeah, I
I'm
reckon,
just
yeah.
interested to see how the Chiefs are going to go, being the corner dog for the first time in what, half a decade, pretty much.
No, close to a decade.
Yeah,
Yeah, they haven't
like
been
they haven't been behind.
haven't they won 12 division titles in a row or something like
I
that?
think it's 8. I think it's 8.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
a long time.
Yeah, I just think it'll be interesting to see what wherewithal they've got, if they've got any fight in them.
Well, Mahomes has not been playing well this year, and he's struggled the last 2 weeks before the bye and after the bye. He didn't look good in either game.
The last 2 weeks he's been bad, but the season he's actually been quite good.
Yeah, he was in the MVP conversation until
The last 2 weeks have killed it. They've killed it.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
see him coming out and just having a ripper game. And
That's
put
what he
the
needs
team
to
on his
do.
back.
Yeah.
Well, that's what he's going to have to.
Yeah.
He's going to have to.
Yeah.
Look,
That's the only way they win this game.
I'm taking the Chiefs purely because
They're the Chiefs.
I don't believe they're going to be out of the playoff race at week 12. I can't see that happening. And I don't dislike the Colts. I think they're a really good team, but I think, they've been a little bit of a soft schedule merchant at times. They've won a couple of good games. And I think they're catching the Chiefs on a day where the Chiefs will really, really, really want it. And the bottom line is the answer we're going to get out of this game is that the Chiefs done or not. And that's it. They have the Chiefs
And
have to
are the
show
Colts
us.
legit?
Yeah,
the
question
Colts
with-
legit.
the Colts
Question
are
without notice:
contenders.
if they beat the Chiefs, are they contenders?
Yes.
Like bona fide? 'Cause
Yeah, I think
if
so.
we're not highly rating the
This is what I was going to
Chiefs,
say. This is a big game for the Colts as well, because
Yeah.
they're going to want to prove their bona fides,
Mhm.
and they're going to want to do it against a good team.
Yep.
And
It's just,
But
no,
like, so
in fairness, they are 5 and
they're
5.
5 and 5. You guys need to stop.
Like they're a 500 team.
They're
I'm not
500 team.
glazing, but they're
You-
still a
you're-
good team.
No, they're not. They're not a good team. They're 5 and 5. They've beaten no one.
it's like Hawthorn in their
Look
heyday.
at their wins. They've beaten no one. They've beaten Tin Cans. They are not a good team. Mahomes is not playing well.
Yeah, but the
The Colts
Colts
are-
haven't beaten anyone
the
good
Colts are
either.
going to be able to run. Yeah, but they're 8 and 2. That's the difference.
Because
And
they've got more shitty teams.
and
Because
they're-
they were
Oh,
crap
cool.
last
They
year.
play the
But
Titans
they're
twice.
smashing teams. They're smashing them. Yeah,
Hmm.
they're playing shit opposition. Cool, but they're smashing them.
If you flip the divisions right now and put the Chiefs in the Colts division, they're probably 8 and 2 as well.
Well,
you flip schedules.
if ifs and buts were cannons,
That's what I'm saying though. But just saying they're fundamentally a bad team. They're not.
I didn't say they're. I said that they're not a good team because they're not.
No, I think
They're
they're a
just
tier 2 team. I don't think they're a contender.
No, I don't think so at the
So
moment.
if they're a tier 2 team, they're not a good team. Then
That's not true. So are the Texans a good team?
no, they're a good defense.
Yeah. So the Chiefs are basically the same,
No, they're not. Anyway,
but with a better quarterback.
The Colts will be able to run the ball, and their secondary is more than good enough to suppress Mahomes' passing. And the Chiefs have got no running game.
I think the corners back too for the
Yeah,
Colts.
Javarius Ward's back.
Therese
That's
Ward's
right.
back playing, which is a massive
So
in.
That's
for
a
them.
big in.
The
With
corners
Sauce as well.
will be
Sauce played well in his first game for them. In
will
fairness to him.
be more than enough to blanket the Chiefs defenders, and the Chiefs cannot run the ball to save their life. Their leading rusher is Mahomes, for God's sake.
Yeah, it's true.
Fatso waddling around.
Not fat at all.
I think the Colts will give them the business. Is what I think.
You think Colts going to touch? If the Colts touch them up, they're contenders.
I think JTT is just going to run it down their throat.
Yeah, it'd be an interesting game.
Yeah.
It's a very exciting game for once the Chiefs fans should be sitting very, very nervous.
The
because
only
it means a
reason
lot.
that anyone should be putting any faith in the Chiefs is that it's in Arrowhead.
Yeah, and
And Mahomes and Andy Reid,
because coach and quarterback.
coach,
yeah.
quarterback.
Nah, that magic, that mystique's gone.
Okay.
So who's the better coach? Who's the better quarterback in this game?
Andy Reid's the best coach ever.
So there you go. So they've got the coach.
Yeah,
And,
And
they've definitely got the quarterback.
Surely you don't think Danny Dimes is a better
I don't think
quarterback?
Danny Dimes is a better quarterback than Mahomes, but I also don't think that Mahomes has been playing well this year at all.
Two games though.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Let's see how it plays out.
I think Chiefs is set up systematically to stop the run, like you said. And I think that they've just got too many playmakers on offense. Like Travis Kelce's still getting around, he's still playing decently.
I saw
It's not to his standard, but
Travis Kelce, he's got 631 yards and 58 receptions this season, or 50 receptions this
yeah,
season.
that's
4
decent.
touchdowns. It's more than Warren from the Colts,
It's a lot of yak.
who
too.
we're all highlighting how good Warren's been this year.
Yeah.
it's probably fair that we just keep saying like Travis Kelce in year 14, he's still got some go about him.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. And obviously, he's still integrating Rice into it. He's been pretty decent. Worthy should get an uptick. So I think they've got too much talent.
Kelsey's got more yards with the same amount of receptions as Warren.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They're
got
both playing well. They're both
20,
good.
20 more yards. Relax.
But it's a similar season, and we're highlighting how good Warren's been. It's probably unfair
You
to
just
say that
pick and choose whatever you
just-
want.
it's just the Chiefs. We can't. You just got to take.
Ding dong, the witch is dead, boys.
Maybe if they lose,
If they lose, I'm with you.
They're already done anyway because they got to win 5 of their last 7 just to make the wild card.
they'll make
No,
the wild card if they win
If
this.
they win this game, they're right in the wild card
Yeah.
race. We did this last week. So we said if they lost to Denver, they're still alive. Anyway, that's it for this game. Let's see how it plays out. The next game we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers traveling to the LA Rams, and
Is this a revenge Baker game?
I
He would have
don't-
played him before.
Surely he's played them before in the
Yeah.
NFC. He's in the NFC. Either way, you can still. I feel like with
He
Baker,
would hold a grudge.
it's always a revenge.
He's
game.
probably still holding grudges against high school teams.
Yeah.
Baker shouldn't be holding a grudge against the Rams. They're the ones that gave him a bone.
In fairness, I don't think he's ever said anything. He's never had the same hate for them that he has for the other teams.
No,
'Cause-
he definitely doesn't because he
Nah.
knew
and
he was going.
he's very close with McVay apparently.
Yeah,
Um,
but you know how he's wired.
oh yeah, he'll be. I imagine he's the sort of guy that even if he loves everyone on the Rams team, before that game, he's like selling himself stories in his head.
Yeah.
He's gaslighting himself for reasons why he hates them so much, so he can play well. But it feels weird saying this at 6-4, but the Bucks are desperate for a win.
They are
They
absolutely
are desperate. Well, they
The
lost four.
Panthers
They've
are
lost
snipping right at the heels.
3 of their last 4 games they've lost. The only team they've beaten is the Saints, and they lost to the Lions, who are
They
a
got
good team.
absolutely pants in that game.
Yeah, they should have been worse that Lions game.
Yeah,
they
that
were
Lions
that was
they were
9-24.
annihilated, and then they beat the Saints, and then they lost to the Patriots, which was
that
that
game was also closer on the scoreboard than the actual play was.
and the Bucks played absolutely awful. But
Yeah.
I feel like maybe the injuries are starting to catch up with the Bucks a little bit,
I feel like that as well.
and this is a game they desperately need. But I
Getting
just
a couple of guys back this week. I think Godwin's back this week.
yeah,
Maybe he had limited practice.
Yeah.
yeah,
But I don't
And so did Bucky Irving.
I don't think Irving's back. I think Irving's going to be out still.
the Bucky
Yeah,
Irving
Bucky's
injury
out.
is just lingering.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones
Well,
it's
it's
going
a
to
high
derail his
ankle,
whole
isn't it?
season. I feel like when he
Bucky
gets
Irving's a
back-
shoulder.
No, he was his ankle. It was his shoulder.
It was ankle and
His
shoulder.
shoulder on here.
Yeah, so this is one of those things where it's just I feel like it's just going to keep happening. Then he'll come back and he'll ding it up again or something like that, and it's just going to be a really interrupted season for him.
Sure.
He's never going to get going, sort of thing. But yeah, all that being said, I'm taking the Rams at home. I just think they're going to be too strong for the Bucks. They're not that good defensively. The Bucks, they're okay. They're not the worst, but they're kind of middle of the pack. They had a pretty bad offensive game last week, the Rams,
They did.
and I think they're going to want to go out there and put some points on the board. And I think
Against a really high level defense, though.
yes, that's what I'm saying. They got touched up by elite defense, and the Bucks, they're not an elite defense. They're nowhere near what Seattle are.
If you're a sicko and you love good on good, we're going to see a lot of verse worse. in
Oh
this game.
yeah,
If you really love watching the big boys battle, that is one to highlight. Actually, just the D line in general, whoever's lining up on Wirfs.
yeah. Worse got that dog in him.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
does he ever?
Jesus
He's a proper
Christ.
baller.
He's crazy. Yeah, I'm taking Rams. Who you boys taking?
Yeah, Rams.
If both offenses are equal, let's say it comes out in the wash. If they're both equal, Rams defense is way better.
And then at home as well. I think the pub.
But they're both offenses aren't equal.
Yeah, I'm just saying. if
No,
they
the Rams
were-
are much
yeah.
better.
if they were- yeah, but
Yeah.
if they were, the Rams' defense is good enough to win this game.
Yeah, I think so too. Scotty, surely you're taking Bucks just because you want them to get a loss.
No, Rams will win. Rams are a really good team.
Now, Rams are a good football team.
Are the Rams the best team in the NFC
Yes,
right
easily. Yes,
now? I think they are.
easily.
Yeah, especially after beating the Seahawks last week, I think yes.
Yeah, I think so too. I think they're the number 1 seed, aren't they?
No,
Oh, the Eagles number 1 seed still, yeah. But the same record, 8-2. Are you guys 8-2? You've lost to the Giants and
the Broncos.
the Broncos. Yes,
Yeah.
both 8-2. All right, let's go to the next game. We have the Cleveland Browns at the Oakland Raiders. We wanted to make this.
Oakland Raiders.
Sorry, the Las Vegas Raiders. Yeah, apparently the Cowboys
They might
knocked
get
them.
kicked out of.
Cowboys knocked them all the way back to Oakland last week. Gino's begging for his job. I know there's been a joke going around this week, but he actually had a conversation with apparently begging.
What was that joke?
Carroll.
What was that joke?
No, I'm not making that joke, but apparently begging Carroll to not bench him. Apparently that's come up. Then I saw a few things saying that the Raiders should sign the Jets defensive lineman that broke Gino's jaw so he can end the pain.
Oh, wow.
Bring him back and let him punch him again. But the only thing interesting in this game, is it's Shedeur Sanders' first start.
Yep.
He's got a week of first team reps. I'm actually, do you know what? All I've seen from him this week, maybe he listened last week because he's been nothing but respectful, saying the right things, doing the right thing. And of all the teams to get your first official start against, the Raiders are a pretty nice one. They're not a very strong defense.
A little soft landing, no doubt.
So, and then they're not going to score a lot of points, the Raiders, because Myles Garrett is annihilating teams, and I don't think it's going to stop. He could have another 5-sack game in this.
Myles Garrett is the real best player in the league.
He very well could be. And then Schwartzinger, the linebacker, he is getting better. I feel like he's just going to be the next off-ball line, the next, Fred Warner, Patrick Willis, like that's Kuechly.
I don't know if he's going to be that good. Let's just. He's very good.
He's trending in that direction though to become that next star.
You're talking about all-time great. So.
Yeah, but that's the ball, because that's the thing with off-ball linebackers. You're either one of those dudes or you're just one of the other 400,000 of them that have played.
Nah, not at all. There's good guys that aren't all-time greats.
Two things I want to say about this game. One, I'm really excited to see Shedeur start.
Yep,
and I'm quietly optimistic that he's going to play well. I think he's actually going to play well.
He should play well against these guys. They're tin cans. The Raiders are an awful, awful defense, except for Crosby.
Yeah.
But the problem is that Crosby still plays. So he's going to, and this is on Stefanski as well. Stefanski's going to have to, but one thing the Cowboys did very well against them last week, and Crosby still ruined the game at times, but they played everything away from him. Yeah. They never ran at him, and he still was able to make tackles for loss from the backside of runs because he's so good.
Don't worry about
but
that.
they fundamentally avoided him and double teamed. He did everything they could to say, if he doesn't ruin the game, we will win. And I hope Stefanski has the right mindset, because if he doesn't do that, Crosby will annihilate them. But I think I'm going to take Browns 13-6. That's how it's not going to be a fun game, but I think Shedeur will win his first start, and then we'll get to hear about it for the next 12 years, probably.
Like I said, last week he played well enough off a short runway. He played well enough to win that game.
He was awful.
He
also played well enough to lose that game.
Yeah, and they lost that game.
He had a chance. They had a drop ball, which would have given them the lead with 2.5 minutes left still. Yeah. I agree with that. But other than that, he was fucking atrocious. He almost cost them the game 3 or 4 times as well.
As I said, he was thrown to the wolves a little bit.
Yeah, that's fair. It's a tough thing to do.
Now he's had the point I'm making is he had a full week of preparation.
Let's see what he's got.
I want to see how he goes.
I'm excited to see it too. I want to see what he's got. I want to see if he shuts a few of us up. And if he shuts me up, well done. I'll give him all the credit in the world. But if he wins 13-6, I'm not going to, and throws 2 picks and gets 110 yards, I'm not going to.
And the second thing I want to say about this Browns team, they really, really shit me, because they are a top 10. If they had the 10th best quarterback in the league right now, they would be a Super Bowl contender.
I would argue if they had that. If they had a top 10 quarterback, they'd definitely be a Super Bowl contender.
If they had the 10,
they don't have the O-line.
Pick whoever the 10th best quarterback is, whoever you think that is.
Hurts.
Joe Flacco.
Hurts is probably fair. That's not even a shot.
Stroud, yes. If they had CJ Stroud or someone like that.
No, but what my point was, what do you think of CJ Stroud? He's what, 14-10 in that range? Maybe?
Probably, yeah. And the Texans
and Texans the number 1 defense, and that they're still looking average. So
yeah, but I think if they had a top 10 quarterback, they'd be a playoff team for sure.
The 10th ranked quarterback by Pro Football Focus is Caleb Williams.
I think they'd be awful with Caleb Williams. I think that with the talent.
And the 20th best quarterback, Joe Flacco.
I'm not sure if you know this, guys, but they had Joe Flacco at one
in the
point.
building.
They had him. They traded him away.
In division.
I think this game will be crap, but let's see what Shedeur's got.
Go Browns.
Scotty's very excited to watch Shedeur. He's getting up early.
I could not give any less of a fuck about this game.
Nah, it's all just Myles Garrett watch for the rest of the year.
Shedeur is exactly what we all think Shedeur is, and let's not put lipstick on a pig. And even if he wasn't shit,
if he balls out, I'm gonna die.
If he balls out, I'm gonna love it. It'd be so fun.
Because
the NFL will be turned
it.
on its head if he ball. We will hear nothing but Shedeur for the next month.
If he balls out, every nuffy in the media is gonna be like, "Oh, it's all right." We can't have that.
Well, who's Mel Kiper's gonna have a heart attack?
Scotty's gonna quit the podcast if Shedeur balls out.
Why?
Can't wait for his
Couldn't give a
dad's
shit. I can
reaction
just
if he balls out.
objectively give you the stats that he's not a good quarterback.
Let's see how he plays this week. All right,
Let's
next game. Let's get the next game before we get upset in here.
No, no one's upset. What are you talking about?
Carolina Panthers 6-5. Carolina Panthers at the 7-4 San Francisco 49ers.
This is on Monday night, correct?
Monday Night Football.
Yep.
It's not a terrible Monday Night Football game.
No, this is a low-key banger.
There's been worse.
It's a good game. Look, they're pretty evenly matched, these teams. Panthers are very up and down. San Fran are very injured. All the stuff with Ayuk coming out now, which is
Crazy, isn't it?
so they've voided his guarantees from the next 2 years of his contract now because of he's done something not right according to the contract. Because you can't just do that if you want. You can't void him.
He's
There's
not,
a reason.
He's not participating in football.
There's some issues there. And you know what? The 49ers, some of their Shanahan has kept this team alive, and that includes drafting Trey Lance. So their last 9 first-round picks don't play for the 49ers.
I'll never forget the Trey Lance thing, and they got bailed out by Purdy.
Yeah,
I'll
they got
never
bailed out by
forget it.
Shanahan. And they're like, Purdy's he's solid. You wouldn't have thought to get a guy like that in the 7th round.
Yeah.
But they got saved by it. And then they had the chance to trade Ayuk 2 years ago. Pittsburgh Steelers had a first-round pick on the table for him, and they said no. Well, sorry, Ayuk said, I'm not going to Pittsburgh. And they went, all right, well, we'll give you the contract and you can stay. Then he does his knee, which is no one's fault. But then now this crap's coming out now that he's saying he's hurt and can't play. They're saying the medical staff are all saying that he can. If the contract's being voided, then like guarantees are being voided, then clearly they've got enough evidence to void it because the NFL wouldn't just let you void a contract.
We've seen this too many times before where the team pushes players to play when their player's not comfortable coming back from injury.
Mm.
Especially
And,
a big injury like that.
and when there's smoke, there's fire. And I think this is all going to come out and he'll
He'll win from it, you reckon?
win from this.
We'll see how it goes. But it's another issue in the building right now that's not a game day issue. And that's the problem with the Niners the last couple of years. It's just been so many mistakes from the management of the team and the management of the draft picks. Like,
They've also had some really good draft picks as well. Like,
but no first rounders.
yeah.
But it's also hard. You're picking late every year.
Bosa?
It makes it harder. Bosa, I think Bosa's the last first round pick that actually, well, he's not playing for them because he's injured, obviously, which is
Yeah.
no one's fault as well.
Yeah, but still a good pick.
Well, he's a defensive MVP, so he's pretty handy, old Bosa.
Yeah.
I think the Niners win this game.
I think so too. I think the Panthers have been so up and down. I think what Bryce Young did last week was phenomenal, and it was the only reason Panthers won that game over the Falcons. But I don't see it happening again to that level anyway. I hope it does. I hope he just gets on a run and starts doing stuff like that all the time. But from the history tells us it's not going to happen every single week, and I think you'll have a down week. And I think the Niners might touch them up a little bit here.
Yeah, agreed.
They're too polished.
Better coached. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, it's interesting because 49ers are definitely going to try and feed McCaffrey, but
Yep.
Panthers are pretty decent against the run now.
Yeah, good run
They've
defense.
been really good against the run,
Mm.
and their run fits are really, really solid too. They don't actually that the first guy hits you, and then the rest of the cavalry comes. They scheme it up really well in their
Brown's possibly the best defensive tackle in football as well. Like he's just so under the radar how good that guy is. And gets no flowers for it.
If Carolina can run the ball and control the clock and keep Shanahan and Purdy off the field,
Hmm.
I think that they'll win this.
Yeah, I just don't think they can. I just think they will. I think Salah's defense, even with the injuries, is just too strong. It's too well schemed. He attacks them at their weakness, and he's just a really good coach. And I just think the Niners are going to be a little bit too powerful for them here.
Agreed.
At home as well. Home's a big thing too.
Yeah, the home's a swing.
It's a big flight.
Yeah.
So,
If it was in Carolina, I'd probably take Carolina, but I just don't think.
yeah, that's pretty fair.
Carolina are close, but I think Niners will. I genuinely
Yeah,
think they'll
I
win
think
this.
that's fair.
Like the Niners are 7-4. Like they're a good 7-4. They're getting healthier every week as well. Like Kittle's back now. He's been back for a few weeks, I know, but he's getting going now.
Pistols full. training.
Pearsall's playing. But he was
he
a
was
little
back last
limited
week.
last
Yeah,
week.
it's
But
just-
but he's back fully training now. He's not even on the injury report anymore. I think is he?
No.
No, he's off. So they're getting healthy when it matters, and I think they'll get a win here.
Nah, give me a Panthers statement win.
Yeah, so it'd be awesome. It'd be great.
I'm back on.
You're back on the
I'm
Panthers.
back on.
God, they're a roller coaster for
I'm
us.
back.
Bryce Young is he's the real deal.
Well, to be fair, I was never off the Panthers. I was just off Bryce Young.
I said I just can't give up on the kid. Even he could throw 5 picks and 80 yards in this game, and you two on Wednesday will be like, nah, Just what we think is, I'll be like, oh, I don't know. I'm still.
George will be saying he's the same as Sam Darnold.
No,
Sam Darnold's
I've never gotten back on.
No, you've always been off him. Yeah.
No, I've always been on.
All right, let's go to the next game, which is I think we're getting into a bit of the speed runs now. Oh no, we got the
division game.
NFC East powerhouses going at it. 1v2, the 9-2 Eagles traveling to the 4-5-1
8-2.
Cowboys. Sorry, 8-2. My bad.
Fucking
8-2 today. They'll be 9-2 tomorrow.
Yeah, I cannot. I think the Cowboys have beaten a few tin cans. I don't see how they're going to score more than 17 points on this Eagles defense. Like that would be a really good outing to score 17 points on them. And then it'll be the same old issue where the pressure gets put on the offense. The offense will have a couple of turnovers here and there, and then that'll be it. They just won't be able to catch them. That's what I think it's going to, because this defense is still so even with the ins they've had, which have been good. And I hope I'm wrong, because if the Cowboys can somehow upset and win this, it kind of opens up their season. But I'm also not ready to start hearing that the Cowboys are back in playoff contention, because I can't be bothered hearing the media drum it down our throats for the next 6 weeks now that they're back in it. And I don't think they're a playoff team with that defense. So I'm taking Eagles. It won't be a blowout. I think it'll be like,
Yeah, I think it's going to be a tight game. I think
24-14 or 24-17 or something like that.
I think the Cowboys can, if they Philly can't run, but if the Cowboys can stop the explosive runs, and force Hurts to well, you just need to stop Goddard really with all these yak plays. But if they can control that section of the game, they give themselves every opportunity to win.
They've got to score points, and I
can't see them scoring on Philly's defense.
No, the defense is so elite. Is Dickerson out as well? So Jurgens is out still?
No, I think he'll be back.
And Lane Johnson's definitely out.
Johnson's out.
But the issue is that the Cowboys' edge pressure is not where they get it done. It's up in the middle.
Get it in the middle.
And if Jurgens is back and they've got those three guys in there, or the two main guys, Dickerson and Jurgens, then
so
they'll be strong enough to slow it down.
I want to make on this game about the Cowboys. Firstly, if you look at who they've beaten, they've actually beaten nobody good. All their
tied with Green Bay. That's about it.
All their wins are against tin cans.
Yeah.
And they're the only points that they've scored high against.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the tie, but defensively they're awful. I think they're the third worst defense.
They went up 2 spots last week because their defense played the Raiders, which was handy.
Yeah. Against the Raiders is always handy. And I think, personally, I think Philly's defense is going to touch them up. And I think Prescott's in for a bad night.
Yeah, they're gonna harass him. It's
touched up.
And this is the problem when all the pressure is just constantly on the offense to score. You see this with teams all the time when you're one-sided offensively. Couple of things go wrong and it's over, and you just can't catch them.
And obviously, it's a very pass-heavy offense. They're relying on Prescott, which suits Philly because they can play that match zone that they like to do, and just 4 guys can just pin their ears back. And I really think, and this has all the markings of a get-right game for our offense.
Yeah, because it's just such a better defense.
Yeah.
Like, in fairness, if the Eagles can't offensively play very well in this game, then we've got to have some serious concerns about their offense.
I think the concerns are pretty serious already.
Yeah, but if they struggle against this defense, then it's culminating into real
the
problems.
benefit of the doubt the last 2 weeks.
Because they played
Green
good
Bay
teams.
and the Lions. But
yeah, if they play bad against these guys, if they put 13 points up and win this game, or lose this game 17-13 or something, it's diabolical. That offense.
I think any loss would be diabolical.
I think so too. I think they'll win comfortably.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't want to watch this.
No, I think it'll be close. I think it'll be a 1-score game.
Yeah,
because
I think Dak's been pretty good that he'll be able to put some points up.
You can remember division game as well.
They're always weird.
Exactly, they're always weird. It's at Cowboys.
Maybe the lights out will go out again like the first game.
And
yeah, true.
And the Cowboys is like season on the line right now.
Yeah.
And I just think that they can just come out with some juice and force the Eagles to either, God forbid, play from behind or just annihilate the run game up the middle, which is what they have after the trades. I don't know.
Are you saying that at 4-5-1 the Cowboys season is still alive somehow? Is that what you're saying?
If they win this week, it is mathematically it is.
Yeah.
Okay. They're 5.5 wins. Like that's I think you'd only be a game and a half behind 7 seed.
Yeah, okay.
Like it's not over. Like if they lose, it's over. But if they win, they there's that slight. So
Yeah,
you're
they
telling
keep-
me there's a chance.
They're keeping their season alive.
I,
So,
think, I think Philly will want to come out and stamp this game out and win, go to 9-2 and lock the division up before
They
Thanksgiving.
absolutely should want that.
That's what they would want to do.
of
And
course
that's
they
what
want to, but
Tape Jalen Carter's mouth this time as well.
Oh,
No more hawk tours.
I feel sorry for I feel sorry for the guards in the center.
Jalen Carter revenge game too.
Because
Don't you worry, it's coming.
His mouth will be taped shut, and he will just let his football do the talking.
And he's
or they'll get in his ear and you'll.
Nah, I don't think he'd let it happen.
And if he
twice.
does it again, my God,
No, I don't see it happening.
the NFL will come down on him because apparently it just goes up incrementally every week.
Yeah.
The punishment.
No, he got a week because it was time served, and they needed him for that Chiefs game. But
Yeah,
it's,
the
not, it's
game's
not.
down.
It's not cheating if it's not the Chiefs. Is that right? Have I got it right? I'm just doing a speech for you.
You're
Yeah.
an idiot. You're an idiot.
You know
No,
what?
no, that's what he
It's been
says.
called a
Only-
lot
only-
worse. All right, next
Oh, yeah, fair.
Eagles gone. All right, let's get into
I
some.
haven't spoken for 1 minute. I don't know.
It's been me. Guys, this is on me. All right, we've got the New England Patriots at the Cincinnati Bengals. No Chase. Is it no Higgins as well? I saw
I think Higgins is playing.
Higgins player. Who else are they missing?
Burrow,
Joe Burrow?
Oh, Burrow, obviously. Yeah.
Sneaky to come back, but I don't think he's coming back.
Nah.
Yeah, they would if they want to win this game. If they want Burrow to come back, and I'm tipping Buffalo Bills will be watching this with anticipation that hopefully the Bengals can do something. But I have no faith. In
Did
the
you mean
Bengals.
Trey Hendrickson?
Trey Hendrickson? No, I thought you said before they were missing another one on offense, but it was probably Burrow. That's probably what you said.
Bengals have got no hope in this game. Man.
No, I think it's over. I think it'll be one of those just quietly polished games by the Patriots. They'll play tough defense and they'll score 20 points and they'll get a win.
Yeah.
And against another just dominant opposition. Just be another, just chalk it to another huge win.
This will be like a 24-14 win.
And in fairness, this game probably wasn't chalked to be a crappy game at the start of the season. Like you probably would have had the records reversed in the start of the season.
Yeah.
But the
Oh, not
Bengals,
quite. I think everyone thought the Patriots will ascend, but not quite to the level they are. But
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, but I think Bengals have got no chance. I can't see a world where they can do anything in this game. I'm taking Patriots all the way. even
Unless
on
you
the road.
just get that Flacco game where he's just
potentially, but that defense is pretty hard to
30
do
for
it
40.
against.
Yeah, it's right.
Pats will want this win too, especially after the Bills losing, and they will want this win
So-
to lock up that one seed. They
Go,
want that
so
one seed.
so Buffalo are 7-4, and Patriots are what? They're
9.
9-2. So they could go to 10-3. They'll be 3 games
No,
clear.
10-2.
10-2.
Sorry,
Your
10.
maths is
Why can't I
fucked.
count tonight?
Yeah, I don't
I added
know.
a win and a loss then. They'll go to
So they'll be 3 games clear.
Yeah.
and the current tiebreaker. But even then, so it's 2.5 games because they play each other again. But that's huge. That's such a huge lead.
And they
we've
got the
seen
Giants
schedule.
next week too.
Yeah, they've got their schedule's outstanding.
When with Jamar Chase playing, I thought this might have been a bit of a danger game for New England, but that's another thing that's gone in their favor, and they should just come and just pummel the Bengals pretty comfortably.
I think so too. All right, next game. Let's go. New York Jets at the Ravens. Ravens coming good. Ravens still they still need this. They're only 5-5. It's not. They're not out of the woods yet. They win this game and Pittsburgh lose, which we think Pittsburgh are going to lose, or I think me and Scotty do. George has them winning, but let's just say they lose. They're tied and they play each other in 2 weeks' time.
Yep.
So
Twice.
they play each other twice. So
Yep.
their season is well and truly in their hands, Baltimore, but they would not want to slip up. Justin Fields is benched. Tyrod Taylor will start. I
Yep.
don't think that makes much of a difference if you're asking me. I think Ravens will win this one fairly comfortably.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Did I miss?
the Jets are just
They're awful.
yeah.
Jets are the Jets, man. They're terrible.
Ravens defense is coming real good as well.
Yeah, Ravens are starting to get healthy, starting to play better, and this offense won't challenge them much either. I would have argued Fields would challenge them more. I don't understand going to Tyrod Taylor. I don't get it.
I guess they just want to get that veteran play caller, the presence on the field in the huddle. That's the only thing I can think of because yeah.
But it's like, what are they? 2-7, the
Yeah,
Jets?
going to Taylor at this time of the season when your record's 2-8.
2-8.
They're 2-8. What's the point?
There's no point. You're better off letting Fields play out the year, see if there's something that you can build on, and if not, you move off him in the offseason.
It's
That's
like
it.
they're purposely trying to create more issues for themselves by benching him. Because now, and Justin Fields is a nice kid. Like, he doesn't say a bad word. He had press in his face and he's just like, I don't want to talk to you
Yeah.
guys. Like, it is what it is. Shit happens. I'll keep working hard and I'll get my spot back. That's
Sure.
that's my attitude. And they just kept drumming. Oh, but you must be upset. Like, it's like the Jets are just allergic to not having drama. No one would care if they just played Fields for the rest of the year, even if he sucked.
Mm.
Tyrod Taylor's, it's not like it's some second round pick they've got in this year's draft. He's 37 years old
Yeah.
or something.
The funniest thing
There's
is
no value.
they're going to like a experienced quarterback. It's a shame they couldn't have someone like, Aaron Rodgers or Joe Flacco like doing that for them.
That's what I mean. It's
That
just
Aaron Rodgers for 2 years and gave up
Or
on
Daniel Jones, even he would even be.
they're just an awful organization, and they've hurt themselves.
That's why bad teams stay bad.
Yeah, they do. All right, next game we have the New York Giants at the Detroit Lions. I'm feeling for the Giants and Giants fans right now because if we know anything about the Lions, if they come off a tough loss, they don't come out and then play poorly again the next week. They come out and touch up whoever they're playing. So I think they lost a couple of weeks ago to the Chiefs, I think it was, and then to the Vikings. They had that awful loss. Then they drummed Washington, another bad team, and they had that loss last week to the Eagles, which I think they screwed the pooch. I think they could have easily been in that game, and they let themselves down. The Giants are in they're in their targets right now, and I don't think they're going to let off.
Is Dart back playing?
Yeah, I think Dart.
Oh, is he playing?
Dart got cleared.
I
Yeah.
think you're cleared.
So it helps them a bit. I don't know if it helps them that much, personally. Against Detroit, like it's obviously he's better than Jameis Winston. but
Yeah. No, yeah. It'd be just good to see him operate and hopefully stay out of the blue tent for
Can he not
4
just
quarters.
run into defensive linemen over and over again? That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
He's
It's a hard
like that at
lesson
Ole
to
Miss,
learn.
though. It's just how he is.
Yeah.
It's how he plays. Like,
Hard lesson to learn. It takes a little bit of time. And he's a big kid, so you'd think that he would survive this learning period. Unlike,
yeah.
unlike Jane Daniels, who may not. But
yeah.
No, he's a lot bigger.
yeah, but I think Lions get right game. It's on the cards. They like to really pummel teams, so
I think
could
Lions
be a
35 to
50
10.
Could be a
Nah,
50-point
they're
win.
going to put 50 on the Giants.
But I'm saying 35 to 10 just because, but yeah, you could very well be
No, they're
right.
gonna put-
But this game will not be close. I'd be shocked.
Everyone's coming out with steam coming out their ears. this
They'll
game,
have
so
6
they're all-
rushing
they're all
touchdowns, I
pissed
reckon.
off.
And you know who else will be pissed off? Dan Campbell. I saw a press conference with him on Thursday, I think it was, after we did the podcast, where he basically said, I let him, which is why we love Dan Campbell, right?
Mm.
He said, I let my team down.
Mm.
I put him in shitty positions against a great team, and I stuffed that up. That's on me. I got to get better from that. So he's calling the players on offense now. So he's taking ownership. I think they'll have steam coming out their ears, every single one of them on that team.
Amen.
Yeah.
I saw a funny TikTok just quickly on this game.
Yeah.
Jameis Winston should be the ultimate break glass in case of emergency for any team because
I've seen this before.
yeah,
it's so good.
It's just like if your quarterback goes down, you ring the Jameis Winston bell, and then he can come out because he might throw 4 picks, he might throw 400 yards, but it's going to be fun. And
Amen.
They
I love him.
they saw it. They sold it as if he was like he's owned by the NFL,
Oh,
and
okay,
then
okay.
any team that's just like shit, we need a quarterback. What are we going to do? The NFL just go, hey boys, we got you. We got you, Jameis, for a week, and the team's going to be like, all right, let's go, let's see what
Yeah.
happens.
and he does
like-
press and
Yeah,
does everything.
yeah.
Yeah.
and he just materializes out of
Yep.
nowhere.
And then
I
that
love
game ends, and he goes back to like NFL owned free agent, and they
I
can
love
just deal him out. God,
That's
it
a
would be
great
funny.
idea.
It's funny.
They do that in a lot of. There's a lot of like local, like real bad local leagues that play in the world where they do
GB.
where they're not far off it, where they have like 2 quarterbacks that just play every week.
Oh,
Oh,
And they-
GB have
and
the
they-
same thing. They've got one team that just interchange players every week.
tell me more,
Do you
Scott.
want me to bring the Eagles gong out for GB?
no Eagles gone. All right,
Fuck,
we're all taking the Lions. Yeah, fuck.
Spastics.
Fuck GV. All right, let's go to Green Bay Packers at home against Minnesota. Minnesota, they beat Detroit a couple of weeks ago. They haven't been great. They lost to Chicago last week, which wasn't a bloodbath, but it wasn't a good game. And Green Bay have been fluttering a little bit. Like I said, they didn't play that well against the Giants last week. There's something in this. I think Green Bay should win. They should win comfortably because JJ McCarthy, 9
Nine's going to be
is-
1, I think, this week.
he is no good, and I genuinely think this will be a bit of a bloodbath too. I don't think Minnesota. I think they sold all their division luck when they beat Detroit a couple of weeks ago. I think this will be over this week and over pretty early.
Go
Yeah.
to the Packers games, please.
Who are the Packers got back from injuries as well? Have they got Golden back?
I haven't checked actually.
I thought they got Golden back, which is a huge but so they're not getting Kraft back, so they're going to be hamstrung for the whole season because they're a bit of a similar situation with the Bills with Kraft and Kincaid. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
they are.
Yeah.
similar thing.
Golden limited practice.
Sorry, he won't.
Hobbs still didn't practice. Jalen Reed was limited.
I thought Hobbs got
Josh
activated.
Jacobs is limited.
Yeah, Josh Jacobs apparently is going to play.
Warm up. No, he's going to warm up and see how he goes.
Game time decision. All right, cool.
A real genuine game time decision. Yeah.
Is anyone taking Minnesota?
I'll tell you what, the Packers would want to show up and play here.
You
because
just
if
have a
they-
vendetta against him now,
You
don't you?
don't like them. You don't.
That's not what I said at all.
No, but I'm
No,
I'm
I-
telling you, you don't.
I'm
Speaking of
putting
power-
words in your
Speaking
mouth.
of power rankings, we got a saucy one coming for the midweek
I
show.
feel
Oh, yeah.
I don't feel one way or another about the Packers.
No, you hate them a bit.
No, I don't at all.
Why wouldn't you admit it?
Because there's only one
Every
good.
time they're
There's
blind,
only
you
one
hate
good green team in the NFC, mate. And it's
Because
not the
I don't-
Packers.
I know what I'm saying is that in the context
Seattle
of,
in their
the
action
context
green.
of the-
That's pretty.
Can you
That's
just
very
shut up?
funny.
It's very good.
That's funny.
That's very
Hold on,
good.
the point.
Yeah.
In the context of the division, this is
Mhm.
a very important game, and they've been fluttering before that game against the Giants. They were not convincing at all.
No,
The
I
last
agree.
2 weeks have had bad losses to teams. They want to come out and play well
Yeah, that's fair.
against a floundering division rival.
Yeah, they want to stamp out real early,
That's what I'm saying.
and I think they will.
Because Minnesota's the type of team, they've still got talent on that team. You know, McCarthy is who he is, but they've still got talent on that team. If you let them hang around for long enough, you know, they can make plays.
Yeah,
They've got
true.
playmakers on that team. They got Addison, they got all
Jefferson.
Jefferson,
Hawkinson.
all those guys on defense. Like yeah, that's a talented roster. You know what? They won 14 games that roster last year, basically.
True.
So you want to snuff
And
them
added
out
to it.
early. You want to snuff them out early.
Yeah, I agree. And just put pressure on McCarthy
See, I don't have
nonstop.
that's a proper analysis, you idiot. That's not saying anything about the pack. I don't
No,
give a
but
shit
your
about
whole
the Packers.
demeanor changes when we talk about the Packers.
No, I'm,
It does.
I'm giving a proper analysis, man.
That's fair. That's fine.
Where was the bias in that?
No, but I just don't think you like them.
Oh, geez, you're an idiot. Play on.
All right, next game. We
Go
had
Nines.
There's only one, for the record, there's only one team I don't like in the NFL, and that's the Chiefs. Every other team I have.
And then when the Eagles when they're shit.
Yeah, you hate the Eagles when they lose.
No, that's a love-hate relationship. It goes back to the early 2000s, Scott. Okay.
It's on whom we mad.
Everyone gets mad at their wife sometimes. You know what I mean?
So, no, the only team that I hate is the Chiefs. That's
Fair enough. All right, we've got the Seattle Seahawks 7-3 at the 1-9 Titans. Rip Titans. I feel incredibly sorry for you because even if Darnold sees ghosts this week and throws 7 interceptions, it will not matter because I don't think the Titans can score on Seattle. Seattle's defense is that elite. I think they will. I feel very, very sorry for Cam Ward this
Pretty
week.
banged up.
Cam Ward's going to have over 30 pressures this week.
Seattle are banged up.
Yeah, I don't know if Ernest Jones is playing, and Tyrese Knight is out with the concussion, so they might be on their 3rd and 4th string linebackers.
Don't think it
Julius
matters.
Love's still out.
And Horton's out too.
Horton's on IR. Yep. So Zabel somehow miraculously didn't tear his ACL.
Yeah, he's limited. So is
He
Kenneth Walker.
probably won't play, but
I think all
Um,
that doesn't matter.
well, it does because he'll be directly lining up on Simmons now. You got a second stringer on
That's fair.
Simmons, so I think Seattle will win, but I think it may be a little bit closer, and it won't be the bloodbath because we've got injuries to the O line and linebackers, and it's two pretty important and defensive backfield. So,
I'm taking Seattle 31-0.
no, I don't think it'll be 31-0.
I think Darnold's
I
going to
think-
absolutely torch him.
I also think K9 is very limited with the glute injury too. So
I'm shocked that K9's going to miss a game.
it's his first one for the season.
No, he missed some early, didn't he? Oh, okay. I might have wrong.
Yeah.
Anyway, he never plays a full season. But if you want a week where you got a few guys missing, this is the team you want to play.
But they still get they get paid as well.
Yeah,
And you
Jeffrey
don't want to
Simmons is
rest
very
too
good.
many guys
That's
because
fair.
you get communication breakdowns and all that sort of stuff between second stringers and first stringers. We should win, but I think it might be a little bit closer.
A little more interesting than what we think.
Yeah.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Can you fucking believe this guy?
He's
so full of shit.
he's a pessimistic fan.
He's so full of shit. That the Titans might score 6 points, maybe.
If everything going well.
Maybe.
if they play perfect.
Like, come
Yeah,
on,
I agree.
what
'Cause
are
You've still got all your D line. They're going to annihilate.
They
Yeah,
scored
D-line's
13
strong.
points on the Texans.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah.
Seahawks 31-0.
Yeah.
Next game. Next
If
game.
the Titans score in double digits, I'll be surprised. Put it that way.
Yeah, me too. Next game we
Last
have
game.
the barn burner of the week. I don't know how this was the last game we're talking about. Falcons, sorry, they're fucking shit. Falcons 3-7 playing the Saints. I'm taking Saints.
Oh yeah.
Division game. I reckon Saints are going to beat them.
So no Penix,
No Drake London.
no Drake London.
Yep.
Poor.
It's over. Like the Saints play hard. Like they're not the worst 2-8 team I've ever seen. They try their guts. Now I know it's wearing as the season goes on, but I do not think Atlanta are very good at all. Like at all.
Do you know what's interesting? The unsaid things for this. If there is a conversation with Cullen Moore, and it's like, you have to lose this game.
Oh yeah, very good point.
Because if they win this game and the Falcons keep losing, they might get pick 5, 6, and they don't get the quarterback.
That's fair. That's
So
fair.
I think that there might be like a, hey, let's just make sure we get like a top 4 pick by losing to the Falcons. And then
in fairness to it's pronounced Shook, yeah?
Shook. Yeah.
Shook. He's much better than Rattler.
Oh,
It was almost a
night and day.
travesty they weren't starting him. Like, and I get it, you're rookie, you don't often do that, but the fact that it took them 9 weeks to get him in over Rattler it's pretty poor coaching. But you might be right. It might be some unspoken.
Yeah.
Might be the owner going, "Hey, let's not put him in yet. We don't want him to come in and steal a couple of games and fuck up our losing record."
Well, not the Tyler Shook aspect of it. I think they were probably just waiting for the offense to get installed.
Yeah.
The veteran players to be comfortable. Hill came back from injury. Like, there could be a few rolling parts where it's like, hey, let's just throw Rattler to the wolves a little bit. We know what we've got in him, and it's not great.
Yeah.
Let's just cotton wool up Shook a little bit, and keep getting him reps in the practice field, and then get him in. But
Do you think the Saints will be drafting a quarterback this upcoming offseason?
if you finish in a top 4 pick and you're the Saints, absolutely. Why would you
I
not?
think they will, because their mentality is that when you get the opportunity, you take him. Callan Moore, obviously, offensive guy.
100%.
He'll be the only reason they wouldn't is if Shuck balls out over the next 6 or 7 weeks, and then Callan Moore's like, nah, this kid's my dude. Like, I'm happy to roll with him next year.
He was what everyone was saying was like a reach in the third.
I think they got him
second. Yeah. I just remember Mel Kiper just fucking losing it.
Yeah, he was so upset.
It's Scotty's best friend.
Mel Kiper was upset the whole day.
I'll tell you what,
Door.
I'll tell you what, Mel Kiper's going to either be extremely loud or he's going to be fucking living on the moon after this week.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
Hand him his press passing arm
Oh,
done.
Are we all
He
taking the
might be
Saints?
swinging off a bridge by the end of the day.
Are we all taking the Saints?
I was so confident, but now Scotty's fucked me up with this singer that they might want to lose this game.
I'm happy to die by it. Saints.
I think the Saints
21-14.
if the Saints and like you said have been playing hard, they will win this. But if they
come out real soft, and that we'll know there's been a backdoor conversation here. Because who did they lose to? Like, they got drummed. They had the bye, I know, but they lost to the Panthers.
they beat the Panthers.
Sorry, they're coming off a win. That's right.
Yeah,
I don't know. I reckon.
Coming off a bye.
I'm hearing what you're saying, but I'm taking Saints.
yeah. I want the Saints to win as well, just for the Rams to draft a fucking quarterback.
Who
just
was
to
the
torch
coach
Seattle?
when he was at the Texans in the last game of the season? That when they drafted Stroud the next
Lovey
year,
Smith.
Lovey Smith, who they were like, you have to lose, and he went into the locker room and told his team, they've told me we have to lose, and they went out and beat like a top team in the last week, and then put him to second. And the irony was that then they ended up getting Stroud over Bryce Young, who at this point is better. Like, we'll see how it plays out. It's closer and after your rookie year for sure, but it's getting closer and closer now.
Yeah.
All right, that is it. That's all the games here, Tommy. We got them all.
Yep, just the buys. We've got the Broncos, Chargers, Dolphins, and Commanders.
Commanders with a much needed buy. Hopefully they
Don't worry
can
about coming back.
get a big dub. I posted a clip about the Commanders got a bit of hate back, which was outstanding.
What was the clip?
Just about us bagging how we were also right about them. And of course, what do you think the Commanders fans are blaming? Injury.
Oh, they're the only team that's got injuries.
It's actually like every team has. This is the NFL. Every team has injuries at this point of the season.
I reckon after week 3, good teams have good players that are not practicing through injury.
Yep. 100%. All right, that is it for us this week.
Bit of sizzle for the midweek show, what we got coming up.
Yeah, George is doing his QB index this week. So
From 1 to 32.
132. Oh, from this season.
From
though,
this
right?
season.
From this season's performances up to and including the Monday morning games.
Yep.
I'll be making my list on Monday night.
So Mahomes will be 22.
We'll see.
I'm very intrigued.
Stay tuned.
I might have to.
Hurts
we might have to
one,
swap
Mahomes.
seats with you two when we do the quarterback.
Hurts 1, Mahomes 32, and then coin flip for everyone else.
Oh, surely Stafford's one.
Let's not.
You listen to this guy. That's a perfect play, all right? He had the Packers at number 1, don't forget.
They were good.
Yeah, they were good.
They're still good. They're number 1 for me.
Yeah.
I got him.
Yeah.
Jordan Love's actually, he's going to be MVP. You wait. It's all coming. All right, that's it. Sporting Globe Churnside
Jordan
Park.
Love's gonna
Shout
be
out to
number
them.
31.
He probably
just
should-
above Mahomes.
Probably should be. Let's go to. Sorry, that's it. End of the show. Scotty's thrown me off. Sporting Globe, Churnside Park. Shout
No
out to
maths, no
them.
talking.
Make sure you download the app, change the sponsorship to Sporting Globe. Tune into us Wednesday night. We'll have another massive show. And yeah,